That's what life is, right? So you got to learn how to deal with that, because my number one goal is to be free. Who got that kind of goal? My number one goal is to be free, to do what I want when I want, but freedom ain't free. But I want to be able to take my son to the doctor if I need to, go see my mother because she's not feeling well, without asking a boss if I can do it. I want to go do it because I want to do it. And that's why I get up and I work like I do every day, okay? So let me read my poem before I get into the meat of things, before I diagnose the situation. Because some of you got a situation. There's nothing to do with anybody but you. There ain't nothing wrong with the lead, the customer, the business, the system. It's only something wrong with you. You are your problem. And you got to face that. You got to face that. Because even the guests here that come to see an opportunity, it's an opportunity if you make it one. It could be a burden. It could be a broke deal if you make it one. Somebody making $100,000, somebody made $100. Same opportunity. And some of you will leave here with the same thing, thinking because you got excited it's going to be all right. I got excited it's going to be all right. How many women was with a man before and you knew he wasn't going to make it? Raise your hand. You knew you was going to cut him off. Raise your hand. You knew in about 2 months he was finished. Raise your hand. You let him ride 10 months, though. You let him ride 10 months, but you knew from month 2 he was finished. Raise your hand. Make some noise. Make some noise. Every time you went home, every time you finished up the day, every time he dropped you off in the car, you said, he's done. And he don't even know it. That's how some of y'all work this business. Y'all are done. You don't even know it. You're just waiting to get cut off. When you get the phone call from Eric Howard or Vincent, you know it's coming. Hello, how you doing? You're done. Leave your stuff at the door. I'm not even going to be in the office when you come. You're done. Why am I done? Because you don't do nothing. But you got a great smile. And I like your shoes. Everybody with me? So let me read my poem real quick. Everybody say, David? Say, read that poem, boy. Say, read that poem. Say it like you want me to do it. Let me hear you say it. All the ladies say, read that poem. Say, read that poem. I appreciate that. I can't read that good, but I'm going to go ahead and, if I mess up some words, Jamal going to come up here because he can read. He can be like, give me that. I'm a pastor. Read that with authority. How dare you read it like that? So I'm going to just read it regular. Everybody with me? Everybody with me? Here we go. Here we go. I am, now mind you, this poem is from a 16-year-old book. This is how, what is it? Let me just remember I got it. The 7 Habits of Highly Effective Teenagers by Stephen Covey Jr. This is a teenage book. All my kids read the book. I pay them to read it. I pay them. I don't pay them to take no trash out if I was doing that. I pay them to read a book, though. I said, read that book, I'll pay you $50. Huh? We're going to go over each chapter. I'll pay you $10, $15 a chapter. Guess what they get? Smart. 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 My daughter graduated from UNC. She's smart. She's a BSN neonatal. She's smart. Still do a business on the side. She's smart. Son, computer science. He's smart. Because I paid them to read books. Who paid the kids to read books? Raise your hand. You better start. You better start. Don't pay them just to clean the room. Pay them to read a book. And go over each chapter. And they get a bonus if they get a little extra on. They get extra credit. Okay, everybody say, David? Say, read that poem, man. Say, read that poem. Okay, here it is. I am your constant companion. I am your greatest helper or your heaviest burden. I will push you toward or drag you down to failure. I am completely at your command. Half the things you do, you might as well turn them over to me and I will do them quickly and automatically and correctly. I am easily managed. You must just be firm with me. Show me exactly how you want something done, and after a few lessons, I will do it automatically. I am the servant of great people and the allies of failures as well. Those who are great, I have made great. Those who are failures, I have made failures. I am not a machine, though I work with the precision of a machine plus the intelligence of a person. You may run me for profit or run me for ruin. It makes no difference to me. Take me, train me, be firm with me, and I will place the world at your feet. Be easy with me, and I will destroy you. Who am I? I am habit. Who am I? I am habit. Let me read the last verse to you. Take me, train me, be firm with me, and I will place the world at your feet. Be easy with me, and I will destroy you. Who am I? Everybody say, I am habit. Everybody say, I am habit. It doesn't matter what training you go to. It doesn't matter how much you cheer and hurrah. If you don't change what you do to get it correct, you're going to fail. Everybody with me? Everything is systematic. Everything is systematic. Your eyes blinking 28,000 times in a day is systematic. The heart pumping 2,000 gallons of blood through your system is systematic. It's a circulatory system. It's a nervous system. It's an immune system. It's a digestive system. That's how things operate. If something's wrong with your digestive system, you're in trouble. Right? Wouldn't the doctor tell you that? You are in trouble. So if you don't work the system with EHG to finish the task, to get that daily agenda, that weekly agenda, that monthly agenda, that yearly agenda, then you are going to fail. Because what really matters is when no one is looking at you, when you are by yourself, getting up in the morning to go and do those appointments and get it done and work with your team or whatever your task may be, that you're really going to go do it. Is everybody with me? Now, how many people are faking the funk? Raise your hand. Raise your hand if you're faking it. Come on, be honest with me. Nobody's faking it? Raise your hand if you're faking it, you ain't really working it hard. Raise your hand. Come on, stand up if you're faking it. Stand up. See, nobody wants that kind of serious attention. But I'm trying to diagnose to you so you can get it. Now, let me tell you how it works. Everybody stand up one more time. Stand up, everybody. I'm going to show you something. There's a different way to work the business. Everybody with me? And I'm going to give you a scenario. I'm going to use Mr. Eric Howard for my guy. If I ran into a restaurant right now, this is urgency level number 3 here. This is number 3. Not that important. This is number 3. Everybody say urgency level number 3. Say urgency level number 3. If I walk into a restaurant, I say, Mr. Howard, my car is on fire. My wallet's in the car. Can you help me get my wallet out? Is that important? Is it urgent? My car's on fire is a terrible thing, right? He might tell me, man, how much money you had? Now I'll pay you, David. Don't worry about it, right? But let's say I run into the same restaurant. Everybody with me? That's number 3. I run into the same restaurant. I say, Mr. Howard, my car is on fire, but my son is in the back seat. What happens then? Change the whole dynamics, don't it? It went from, oh, you just got your wallet to, oh, my God, let me help you, David. You know, if he's my best friend, he might die with me trying to get my son out the car. Everybody with me? But let's say I go into the same restaurant. I say, Mr. Howard, my car is on fire, but your son is in the back seat. How is he going to operate then? Nothing matters now. Nothing matters. There's no obstacles. There's no roadblocks. I'm going to get my son out the car. If I die, I die. Is everybody with me? Have a seat. That's why I'm trying to tell you, if you work your business on urgency level number 1, if you work your business on urgency level number 1, then you get rich. If you work, don't clap, don't give me no clap. I don't want no hand claps, no claps. This is serious business. So the clap's going to interrupt a little bit. So we're going to go straight through, no chaser. Everybody say no chaser. No chaser. If you work your business on urgency level number 1, you get rich. Howard's house was in foreclosure. Right? Eric Howard. So he was on urgency level number 1. He wasn't playing. He didn't slip into it. It was intentional. I got to go. I got no excuses. I got no cushion. But when you got a cushion, you start making those excuses that are useless. Excuses are useless because everybody has them. But when you call to pay that bill, they never ask for the excuse. They get confused if you say, well, you know, I didn't get any policies and the guy wasn't home and the lead wasn't working. They say, ho, 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 ho. It's $325 for the cell bill. What you going to do? Everybody say, what you going to do? All they going to say is 325, what you going to do? I don't know nothing about what you're talking about. What is the lead? What's that? You need to lead yourself to pay this 325. Lead yourself right down here to AT&T and pay this 325. I'm just trying to be honest with you, okay? So here's the cycle of thought. You ready for it? Your philosophy, the way you think, and you heard this, your philosophy, the way you think, leads to your attitude, the way you feel. You understand? So your philosophy, the way you think, leads to your attitude, the way you feel. Your attitude then leads to your actions, what you are capable of doing. Is everybody with me? Your actions will lead to your results. Everybody with me? The fruits of your labor, and your results will take you to a lifestyle that you've never seen in your life. So if your lifestyle is messed up, check your philosophy. Go back to step 1 and check your philosophy. How are you thinking? How are you thinking? When you get up in the morning, it's the most important part of your whole day when you first rise up in the morning. The first thing you got to get right is your thinking as soon as you get out of bed. How many people do that? Raise your hand. Be honest with me. See what I'm saying? Look around, people. You get your thinking right, and you start to understand exactly what you're going to go do. Now it's a whole different life. I get up in the morning, ladies and gentlemen. I got a list of stuff I got to do on a piece of white printing paper. I don't even have, I'm glad they got the book now, okay, that they had earlier. I got a white piece of print, you know, the printing paper where you print something out. I just write down 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 and put it in my car seat. I put it in my BMW 750i. I always wanted car seat with the M package car seat because that was on my list. Everybody with me? And I start scratching out stuff as I go through my day, right? That's the first thing I do every morning. I'm going to do it. I know and guess what? I carry stuff over. Oh, man, you didn't get that. Carry it over. Why didn't it get done? I'm talking to myself. Why didn't it get done? Oh, I got caught up. I was talking. You was talking. You was on Facebook. You was texting who? You must be with the BBBC, the Busy Being Broke crew. The Busy Being Broke crew, right? Know everything about everything in the TV show and broke. You so busy, how are you broke? You so busy. I got to get out here. I don't want to talk to people in the dark. They're going to think I'm desperate. Oh, the sun's up. Oh, man. They finished. I'm coming to get them. I'm coming to get them. That's the burning desire. A burning desire is not when I got to wake you up, ask you what you did, what time did you get out, all this. That's garbage. You broke because you broke mentally. You ain't got to ask me. I call people up. I ain't going to bust my crew. I talk to people in there. We talk, Miss Worrell, we talk on the phone. When I talk to her on the phone, I yell at her. And she says, why you always yell? I'll be like, yo, what's up? What you doing? Let's get it. Go. And she said, you okay? Are you okay? Are you crazy? I'm telling the truth. That's my conversation all the time. What we doing? Let's get it done. We got 3. What? No, let's go back. I'm ready. They're waiting to pay me. People are waiting to give me money. I'm ready. I'm ready. I'm not faking it till I make it. I'm going to go and take it. Every time. Every time. Number 1, a burning desire. Number 2, a willingness to work. A work ethic. A willingness to work. A work ethic. Now, I want you to see the word before work. A willingness to work. Not that you work. It's a different thing. A willingness to work. I want to work. I got to go get it. What's going on? I'm hungry. It's different from me telling you, work. You're going to work, you're going to work these leaves, you're going to work that. That's boring. I told this lady the other day, I'm not calling her no more. I said, you know something? I'm not calling you no more. You good. What's the matter, Mr. Robertson? I said, you good. You got it. Because she don't do nothing. Wasting all my lyrics. I got bars. I'm killing her. She ain't doing nothing but waiting for another song. Guess what she is? Cut off. Everybody say dun, da, dun, dun. She is dun, da, dun, dun. That's what she is. Everybody with me? So number 2 is what? Number 2 is what? Number 3, be coachable and teachable. Be coachable and teachable. That's number 3. You have to be coachable and teachable. There's 2 different things there for you. I could be coaching you and you acting like you listening and, you getting excited. Great job, Mr. Howard. You know how you do, right? I did it. But you ain't going to do it. Coachable is one thing, but teachable means I'm willing to change. Write that down. Teachable means I'm willing to change because I know he know how to do it better than me. Well, come on, if Vince, should I say Mr. King? I shouldn't say Vince maybe. But if Vince, Mr. King tells me something about the industry and I'm a new guy, I'm trying to come up, I got to listen. I got to listen. I can't say, well, why is that? I think it worked differently. Man, shut up. You don't know nothing. You ain't ready. You ain't a bad person. It ain't like you stupid, but you don't know nothing about this. This is my thing. I'm going to show you I made $1 million. I'm going to show you how to do it. How you going to tell somebody that made $1 million and you ain't make 100 yet about your suggestion? You have no suggestion. The only thing you have is a listening ear. He who will hear, let them hear. That's all you got. That's number 3. That's number 3. You ready for number 4? This is where people get messed up at. Should I give y'all number 4 today or maybe next week I call and tell somebody? You want me to tell somebody next week? I could just tell Vince, and then Vince could tell Mr. Howard, Mr. Howard tell his wife, Linda, and then they should tell y'all. That'll work? Here it is. Number 4. You got to have all 4 of these now. You can't, if you're missing one, you're done. You know, they say, well, it's a multiple choice. If you get 3 right, it's 75. No. It's either you got 100 or you got 0. That's all you got on the test. You got 100 or you got 0. The last one is able to take rejection well. That's the last ingredient in the formula, in the pie, in the cake. Able to take rejection well. Man, if you learn number 4, you're rich. Because no means not offended. That's what it means. No means not offended. No means necessary obstacle. I'm looking at you when you say no, like I got this. That's one of my ingredients. See, if I'm baking a cake, I got the ingredients. You can't fool me. You can't fake a nasty dunk shot. Either you could dunk or you can't. You can't go in the gym and say, I'm going to fake a nasty dunk shot. How? How you going to jump and just slam the ball? You can't even get off the ground. You can't fake a nasty dunk shot. You can't perpetrate. You can't stop fooling yourself. Lie to everybody else. Listen, sometimes people, this is what they do. They start relying on what they do. Everybody say, I'm relying on what I do. Say it loud. I'm relying on what I do. You know what that means? You lying again about what you do. You are relying. You always relying. You just relying on what you do. Oh, you relying. You lying again. I'm like, you did all of that for real? No, you are relying on what you do. I know you didn't do that. I'm gonna tell you that I don't want to, I'm not trying to kill you. But there's only 1 or 2 things that could be wrong with your business. I told a guy outside in the hallway just now. He said, well, how does it go? I'm doing the business. I'm doing this. I'm doing that, I said, there's only 1 or 2 things that could be in your business. The diagnosis is easy. Either you're not doing something right or you're not doing something enough. That's it. There's no more diagnosis for your business. Either you're not doing something right or you're not doing something enough, point blank, period. And most of the time, you know which one it is. You know which one it is. You're not doing something enough. You know it. You be calling somebody talking about, I want to talk to you about my business and we can sit down and meet at the restaurant and do a game plan, and because I really want to get things going. Stop relying on what you do. Stop relying. You are lying again. You just want to waste somebody's time. Because here go the newsletter again. I don't see it. Where's she at? Oh, my goodness. It's been 4 years. Why she ain't make the newsletter, though? I mean, what? She can't write $700? What's she doing? She can't get three $50 checks a week? But she out there all out, wild, and I'm getting it. You got to go home tonight. Not tomorrow night. You got to go home tonight and get a mirror. You know them long. Who got a long mirror? I know you got one. A long mirror. So when you go out when you go out, you looking good. Who got the long mirror? Raise your hand. You know the one you see your whole body. Raise your hand. $5 at Walmart, right? You know how you be looking in the mirror like, oh, I'm gonna kill him. My shoes shine. I'm gonna kill them, boy. They're gonna love it. Get a long mirror, right? And go at the kitchen table and put the mirror in front of you and have a talk with yourself. Look right at, I'm telling you, you think I'm joking. You think I'm just up here doing a presentation and I want to get all, I'm telling the truth. The truth will set you free. So get a mirror, right? And look at yourself at the kitchen table. Take a look at yourself. You start looking too, because you see stuff, you be like, man, they touch that up a little bit. Man, I ain't looking the best. And then analyze yourself. Analyze yourself quite often. Get a piece of paper. You don't need no fancy. A piece of white blank paper and write down the pros. Like, what's going on? What am I doing good? What's the cons? What am I doing that's not good? Don't be relying to yourself. Just, write it down. Because it's only you and you right there. Ain't nobody there can judge you. And then write down on the third column, what's my distractions? What are my distractions? What's distracting me? What's holding me back from fulfilling my dreams? You got to analyze yourself like that so you can get to where you're going, because there's no way, and I'm just being honest with you, there's no way you can have a winning day if you don't know what it looks like. There's no way you can get by without analyzing yourself, without adjusting yourself every day. There's no way to do it sometimes. There's no way to do it every now and then. When you get up in the morning, I'm giving you the keys. I'm not giving you no fluff. I'm talking truth. When you get up in the morning, you write down what you need to get done. You meditate for about 10 minutes on it. And you take a look at that paper and say, I got to get this done right here. This is what I got to get done. You understand what I'm saying? You meditate on that for about 10 minutes. This is what I got to get done. That means you got to get up earlier than you normally do. You can't get up and rush out the door and grab, I got to get out of here. No, you got to get up earlier than your appointment. Write what you got to do down and meditate for about 10 minutes. Let's take you'd be surprised how it changes everything. If you change the way you look at things, the things you look at will change. If you change the way you look at things, the things you look at will change right before your eyes. Look at that list of things you got to do. Meditate on it. And guess what? Guess what? When you leave the house, you're a whole different person. Guess why? Everybody say David. Say David. Say why? Because now your mind is involved. Now your mind is involved. You've meditated. You've looked at it. Your mind is creating ways to win now because it knows you're serious. You can't fool yourself. You can't fool yourself. And before you go to bed at night, you do the same thing. You look at what you did, what you got accomplished, what you didn't get accomplished. You grade yourself, especially if you ain't making no money. You grade yourself and say, tomorrow I got to do better. You meditate upon that. Is everybody with me? That's how you get big. That's how you make money. I got into a business one time. I was doing conference calls 7 days a week to get right. Wound up making hundreds of thousands of dollars. They was laughing at me. I was doing this conference call Saturday at 1 o'clock, 3 o'clock, 5 o'clock, 7 o'clock, 9 o'clock. Me, the same presenter. Because I wanted it. I wanted it. If nobody didn't want to help me, that's okay, I got it. You need a team as you go down the road, but you can't get no team if you ain't right. Who they going to follow? What they say, if the blind leads the blind, they both fall in the ditch. Both of you going down. Let wisdom be the principal thing, and all I get and get an understanding of who you are and what you're worth. You are great. You know how much it takes us to keep you moving, to circulate your blood, your eyes blinking, your thoughts going through. It takes a lot to, you go to sleep and the subconscious is working for you, getting it right. You're just wasting too much time. Write this down. Write this down. When you go to bed at night, when you get ready to retire and you have your notes and you looked at what you need to do tomorrow You want to be like Jamal, you want a 6-figure ring, or like Miss Warrior, you want a 6-figure ring, or you want to write 250 apps, whatever it is. When you look at that, is everybody with me? You wind up going to 2 different beds. You go to a physical bed and a mental bed. You go to a physical bed and a psychological bed. You make up 2 beds before you go to bed that night. Most of you go to 1 bed, a physical bed. But you got to put the mental bed and make that up and let that get some rest too. Because while you sleep, the subconscious mind never sleeps. All it's going to say is, oh my goodness, he wants to make this much money. Okay, so what we need to do when we get him out here, we'll attract him over here, we'll put him over here, we'll make him think this, we'll do that because he's doing this every night. The subconscious mind is taking a whole different road. But if you just go to bed at night, just jump in the bed, I'm so tired, go to bed, you got nothing. You didn't put that other mind to work. You went to your physical, tired bed. But you got to let that subconscious mind get something to do at night. Before I go to bed, my subconscious mind got something to do. My subconscious mind is tired. Oh my gosh, what does he want to do now? Okay, what are you going to say? Okay, we'll do it. My subconscious mind is tired. Some of y'all subconscious mind is bored to death. Some of y'all subconscious mind is bored to death. There's no assignment for it. It has no assignment. Can you imagine going to school and never give you an assignment? You say, man, this teacher's boring. We never have homework. We never have an assignment. We just sit here and come to school. We got nothing. She come on, hey, Dad. He said, what you got going on in the class? Nothing. You ain't got no homework? No. No test? No. What do you be right down at the school. What's going on here with my child? But that's how you do your subconscious mind. You let it go to bed with nothing to do. God gave it to you. He gave it to you for a reason. And now you got to utilize it. See, the thinking man is the new champion. He'll finish the task now. It used to be the industrial man. It used to be the farming man. Now it's the information man, the thinking man. When I go into a client's house to do insurance, first I connect with them. I make a connection first. After I connect, then I can collect. I never get it twisted. I never go in somebody's house trying to collect, and I have not connect yet. Everybody with me? Sometimes it takes me long to get a signal. I'm talking to the customer, and I ain't connect yet. I ain't ready to hit him yet. We just talking, and I say, oh, got a signal, connect, bam, let's go. You on my territory now. Now you on my territory. If I don't get a connection, I can't get the policy because I didn't say enough yet. I'm too thirsty. I'm too thirsty to get my first month in life insurance. You want to guess how much I wrote? Ask Vince. You could ask Sean Simmons. You know how much I wrote? Sean was my recruit. I wrote $27,000. First month. Why? I got a system in my head. I didn't know nothing about no life insurance. My contract was 55% or 50 or something like that. I didn't know nothing. But I wrote $27,000 though. I wrote up to 40,000, 37, 30, and I wrote 252,000 a year before. I'm trying to tell you, I'm not just talking. They know what I did because I don't play the game. I don't play the game. I'm the most important cheerleader I got. My kids, I got to do it. I can't play. Every day counts. Every hour. It's not what you put in the hours. You got to put it in. Everybody with me? You could be out there in an hour's worth of work and get nothing done. They said you was working. If I ask you what you did, well, what you did? Is everybody with me? So you got to get your inventory tight, and you got to be intentionally involved, and get your inventory right. You work in that lead, you involved. Everybody with me? It's not a game. It's not what you see, it's how you see it. Everybody with me? It's not what you see, it's how you see it. I see a lead right here. Okay, I'm going to be in this community killing them. They're about to get killed. Where this is in Burlington? Oh, Burlington is dead. I better not see another life insurance agent out there. Somebody else sees the lead. Oh, they wasn't home and the number and I don't know if they were. What? That's weak. That's weak, man. That's weak. You're going to get trampled and ran over by that soldier out there. Because there's a soldier out there that's going to shoot you down when he get in the area. You can't go to battle with him. Because he coming through like a storm. When you coming through, oh, I can't believe they went to him when they did this. You know, and this is the second time I went there. The second time? You mean just these many? You mean just these many? You got it. Listen, the truth will set you free. The truth will set you free. You got to know what a winning day looks like. That's why you got all that list done, and you can evaluate if you did it or not. Before you got to go to bed, you got to see if did you win or did you lose? Because if you keep losing, you can't finish the task. You can't finish it. Did you win for the day or did you lose for the day? If you don't know what winning looks like, you're in trouble. I'm telling you, you have to get serious about your business. It's nobody's fault. It's no upline, no manager, no MGA, PGA, QGB, none of that. It's just you. If you got a team, you get serious about the team. You start to care about the team. Let me tell you this, and I'll wind it down for you. People that get rich in this business of sales and recruiting and building, they don't just do certain things. They do things in a certain way. I'm going to repeat it for you so you can catch it on the way home when you're driving. People who get rich in this industry, they don't just do certain things. They do things in a certain way. And the customer can feel it. When they walk in, the customer can feel it. They just don't do certain things. They do things in a certain way. They're the givers. They're the connectors. They're the patient ones. They're the ones that you're going to remember these people. Even when you see them at the store, hey, Mr. Robinson, remember you wrote my policy 4 years ago? You can't go to the ATM machine and don't connect with that ATM card. You can't go pushing numbers in there talking about you want money. You got to put that thing in there to connect. You know, if it ain't connected, it ain't working. You say, I think this thing is broken. You got to have a connect first. Never try to collect before you connect. You'll be broke. Never go in thirsty trying to pay a bill. You sit in that car, and you take about 2 minutes and say, okay, I'm going to be an actor if I have to. I'm going to be a Denzel, Halle Berry. I know I got all this drama going on, but they do it. I thought Denzel was really Malcolm X. I was like, is he Malcolm X? Is he? Oh, that's not him. I'm sorry. He played the part. I was like, I thought Will Smith was Muhammad Ali. I was like, oh, man, good gracious. You could sit in the car and say, okay, let me put these troubles behind me. I got to go in here with it. I got to act right. Okay, let me go on in now. I got to connect first. Is everybody with me? Now I'm going to finish. I'm going to wind it down. How much time I got? I'm done? What am I at? Huh? 5 minutes? I got 5 minutes? Huh? Okay, good. Let me wind it down for you right here. Let me say this to you. And this is the problem that leadership is having sometimes with people. Hunger is a little different. You see, skill can be taught to you, but hunger has to be caught. I'm going to say it to you one more time. I'm going to wind it down. Skill can be taught to you, but hunger has to be caught. It has to be in you. Howard cannot teach you to be hungry. Vince King cannot teach you to be hungry. He can't teach it to you. You have to obtain that. And that is a problem because sometimes your leadership wants it more than you want it. Sometimes your leadership, they want it more than you want it. And it just frustrates them because they know what you can get behind this. All the things I'm past due on this, and this is going bad, and I can't get this, and they know you can solve that. They got the answer for you. But Bob Marley said one thing. Anybody listen to Bob Marley? There's a song called Rat Race, and he says, know your history. Don't forget your destiny. In the abundance of water, the fool is thirsty. Let me just say it to you one more time so you can digest it. Know your history. Don't forget your destiny. In the abundance of water, the fool is thirsty. Are you a fool? I'm not saying you are. I'm saying you're not. You got to think about that. Money's everywhere. I woke up the other night, went in my living room, I seen $5 bills doing push-ups, going to $10 bills, and 20 trying to go to 50 on me, saying, can I go to 50, Mr. Ross? I said, hold, man. I seen one $5 bill try to skip straight to 100. He was like, I want to be 100. Multiplication. There's no lack of money. There's no lack of people to get policies. There's no lack of referrals. There's no lack of leads. There's no lack of territory. This does you. It's a lack of you doing the right things on a daily basis, in and out all the time. You can't make 100,000 playing around. You can't make $1 million playing around. Only 7% of the United States ever see $100,000 as an individual. 5.4 to 7% of the individuals ever see 100,000 in the United States because they playing around. 93% of the country is playing around. Who you following? Who you following? 93% would never see 100,000. And that's not even a lot of money. I'm not belittling it, but that's not a lot of money, right? You still got further to go. But I'm saying, think about it. Only 5.4 to 7% of any individual, go look at the U.S. Census, will ever see 100,000. Only 1% will see 1 million. 99% will never see it. Who you following? You go to school, first grade, kindergarten, go through to 6th grade, 12th grade, 13 years of school, don't know nothing. They don't teach you nothing. Don't get me wrong. I got the kids to go to school. I want them to graduate from college. But they're not going to know how to make no money because 93% ain't never going to see it. If the school was so good, why that much little number makes 100,000? Why? If the school is so great and the college is so great, why 93% will never see it? Why only 1% will see 1 million? Since we're so great and getting educated. You can't fake a nasty dunk shot. You can't fake it. Leaders right here, they know who will make it and who will fail. They could write me a list right now. They could write me a list right now. I could say, hey, write me a list, man. They write me a list. I asked somebody the other day. I was talking to some people. I said, yo, you think this person will make money? You think that person will make money? They was like, nope. They didn't hesitate. They said, nah, they ain't going to make it. They already know who's going to make it. They already know who's going to be ring earners this year. They already know. You can hoop all you want. I'm getting my ring. I'm getting this. I'm getting that. You're not going to get nothing till you get systematic on a daily basis and be accountable to yourself and your family. That's the only way you're going to get it. All the hoopra, hurrah, this, that, the other, blah, 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 you're going to get nothing. 93% don't get it. Ever. From birth to death, they never get it. How are you going to be in that top 7%? Talking to the wrong people. Facebook and Twitter and Instagram and blah, 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 all day and tripping and watching nonsense. You know what nonsense means? That means it's nonsense. Doesn't make sense. So here's what we're going to do. Stand up real quick. Let's stand up real quick. Now everybody say broke. Say broke. Say broke. That don't sound too good, does it? Now everybody say rich. Now roll the R and say rich. Say rich. You know what rich stands for? You know what rich stands for? Anybody know what rich stands for? Residual income creates happiness. That's what rich stands for. Residual income creates happiness. God bless y'all. I'm out. Love, peace, and happiness.